Hello, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more Widget Inc. So originally I had the demo. We made the video yesterday. Kind of was in the search for some stuff, and ran into the Discord and the dev, and seems really cool. And once we got to talk for a little bit, sent me a copy of the beta testing key. So now we have the game. This is kind of where we left off in the demo and all the fun stuff that we had. And now we have tier 5 or tier 4, tier 5. I don't know how far the demo or the beta testing actually goes. If I have access to pretty much the full game or not. Um, but we have more to do. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go into here. We're gonna start making these guys here, and then if we go into our building guy here, we need a copper mine. Then we need copper forges. So we'll come over here. We'll build us a copper mine. We'll build us a copper. Oh, build us a copper forge. We'll put the copper forge over there. Plastic extractor, right? We'll go ahead and put the plastic extractor up here. Circuit fab, computational engine, right? All right, so now we kind of have all these guys here. So we're mining copper. If you go in here and we try to do the first copper, we need 7 widgets. We have like 900 of them. We should be okay. Here we need to kind of do the same thing where we load the smelter. Right, so that will load the smelter, but once again, it doesn't automatically smelt anything for us. So we have to kind of get that kind of sorted. So if we go back into our tech tree, turbo drill motors, rapid heat induction. So the first thing we need is this forge attendant. So we're gonna need that sooner rather than later. So what we'll end up doing here, we'll go to raw plastic. So we need oil to turn it into plastic. So we need more plastic. So if we go over here and we have oil, so this kind of is making our red guys not super efficiently, but they are, making them. So we're going to go ahead and do, let me shift like that. And then we'll go ahead and max this guy out. This all gets better very soon. And I had a feeling it would, kind of looking through the research. It does get better. The game kind of follows, a fairly good path, and it does get a little bit of annoying here and there. But what game doesn't? All right, so we'll do that. So now we're producing oil. Now this one you have to pressurize it. So you smack, pressurize all the way up like this. And then once I get all the way up, then I hit that, and then it pressurizes it and gives me that stuff out, right? So the circuit fab. So I need hot copper, which we can't do right now. So I need copper forge. So this thing's almost done. Not enough copper, so we're just low on copper. There you go. Come on, there you go. That's fine. Let's go down here. We can smack these 4 buttons here. And now the next one, we need computational widgets. It follows the same kind of path and stuff out every time, where it kind of does these things. Now there's slightly different game modes, and like this one, like this is the exact same thing as the last time, right? So we smack this button a bunch, and then once we kind of get the copper filled up down there, we can smelt that, and that goes through. Once we we get this guy built back up. So this is a new mechanic, and you'll see different mechanics as it pops kind of through the game. This one is, you have the button you have to press here, but it's insufficient charge, so we have to charge it, and then we smack this. We charge it and then smack this. We charge it and we smack this, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that because that was that one. We'll get this going. And it's nice that like, at least that first one uses the prior stuff, right? And then this one's a little bit different. Now this one's this one. So I need 3 computational units to get this one working. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on that one. So we have the batteries, everything. All right, 6 times 6, 36. Okay, 5 times 7 is 35. 63 divided by 7 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. You have to do math. It sucks. 48 divided by 8, so that would be 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. You're going to find out real quick. 3, 14, 2, 3, it's 2 again. Like, so you have to kind of go through this and do these things to just do the math. And then you get all caught up in the math, and you're more worried about doing the math. And it's not timed. Like, it's not timed, right? So if we do that, we hit 2, and then you'll see not enough for those. So I'm doing math for no reason, right? So, but this guy's working here and working for us now. So we're starting to make computational units. So this is the problem here, is that we need more copper down here, because this is kind of a hard limit there. So we need 12 computational boards, which now we have. So now we're going to go ahead and research our forge attendant. It looks like our forge attendant went somewhere else. Where did my computational boards go? 78 computational boards. All right, so this stuff is all still just going, and we may just be. So it takes you a little bit of time to kind of get caught up and get pushed through here. Now I do plan on making this somewhat of a series and kind of working through the game. It really to help the dev and just kind of play through the game, especially stuff like this. If I have permission to be able to display it and record a video and do it, it helps because the dev has somebody that's played through the game. That I'm going in blind. I don't know what the game's supposed to do. I'm going to kind of play it my own way and hopefully give them an idea of what a random user is going to do, which is really it really helps the dev, right? Because whenever you're building a game like this, in the dev's mind, they put it together and they play it one way, right? And they're like, well, I'm going to do it this way, and they programmed it so it makes sense to them that people would play it their way, and so having somebody else that does something different and weird and uses it in a way that they didn't expect sometimes will help. Sometimes it frustrates them. We've all seen the video of the girl with the dev thing, right, where they keep putting all the round pieces and the square pieces and everything through the same hole. That's users do that crap all the time. I've programmed enough to know that users will ruin your day. Just part of the reason I don't want to be a game developer. It takes a special mind to be able to program and do those things. So we'll get us a little bit more copper here. So, but we're going to go through and go ahead and do some of these things. Let's do that. I think the plastic is still buildings. Plastic is still going. Those are still going. CompuTree. All right, so we got the forge attendant. So the forge attendant is actually really helpful. So we're going to need 11 computational widgets, which we have. So we'll burn those, I think. Now I need circuit boards. So we'll get us some more oil here. So, and then you can do, let's see. Do that. We'll get us some circuit board. Get us some circuit boards. Now, you can do the thing where you can get extra things. So if you're handcrafting things, it does work a lot easier for you. The other thing I need to do is kind of go through and fix my my these guys over here. So right now I'm only doing. I want to change these back to here. I think ultimately this is a better way to do it. Now I did notice a problem when you first place these things. If you have it set, if you don't change it, they don't work. So what I was having to do is I would change it to like tier 1 and then change it back. And then by doing that, it would actually work and start recording or start adding to the storage box. If you first build the box and don't change it, it doesn't add any storage. So you have to kind of at least change it. And this is kind of a bit. We're going to make some of this annoyance kind of go away here very soon. And I'm probably losing some of my resources in the process of this, but it'll be all right. It'll be fine. Because now instead of doing 100 for the 3 tiers, or basically pushing up to 800 for the 3 tiers, now we can kind of get an extra like 240 for each item. Especially now since we're getting out of tier 3, tier 4, or we're starting to get into tier 4, we want to be able to start storing that stuff too. These things get crazy expensive over time. All right, let's go back in here to our tech tree. Now our tech tree, long distance allows purchase to auto upgrade workers from over long distances. Yeah, I want that. Yes. And then this one here where it requires long upgrade status. So that one will be very helpful too. So we were looking a while ago and seeing that we had some issues and some things and being frustration. Now, also I want to start moving these. I want to move these because these things need to be moved over here. These need to be moved because this is where they need to go to be better soon. So we'll move them over there already. Let's see. Those can be moved over there. These, what is this? That's a prairie. That's okay. So the oil needs to be moved. The oil eventually will need to be moved over here into the swamp. So you'll see as you start playing the game and get further into it, more and more stuff will start coming up with requirements and where it needs to be, and being able to move stuff around and just grab it like this and just move it is really helpful. All right, grab those guys, move them over there. These guys need to be next to the oil. So we get these guys all moved over. Now they don't have to be on swamp. They can be on anything really. So we'll just move them over like that. So that's fine. All right. And then these guys here, I need to move them out. I originally was putting them in there because I thought they'd be cool in there. But turns out there are other things that need to be in there. So eventually we will find where they need to be. But right now they are not combined in there. Oh, nope, move you up there. So eventually we'll figure out something to mix in with them, I'm sure. But we'll get those all figured out in a minute. All right, so now we can upgrade. Now we need this one. So that one is going to be more computational units for that one. The next one we have is Eagle Eye Expands build menu. Shows total number of frames built for each type. That one's not as important. So we're going to start doing those. But I think really the better thing to do. And the reason I want to get this guy done. So we're at 48%, 49. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Go ahead, get some of these things built. Not that it's going to be able to build anything until it gets done with that upgrader, but we will work on it. We need so many computational units. So many computational units. Do we have? We don't have plastic. Don't have plastic. Pressurize it. And you have to click it. Click, 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 click. It's great. Get a little bit more plastic out of it. And then the other thing too is, especially in the beginning, is probably would be better to kind of do the upgrading thing so that we had extra extra resources for us clicking on it. Like it'd be better like this guy here, where the problem is it's 88 computational units to be able to do that. That is a lot of computational units. Like it's, if anything, that one's almost weird. It should almost be easier to do that to make it worthwhile, because if not, you have to. I'm having to basically sacrifice computational units that I want to use for other things in order to kind of get it to work. So it's it is a process. Yeah, because like be able to build enough computational units to do it. Now, if you're going to let it run for a little bit, you're like, oh, I'm going to let it run for, I need to go get lunch or something, or I got to go run an errand, and you're going to let it run for a minute. Having it do those when you come back may not be a bad thing, but you can definitely stack up some things so that it kind of runs for you. Right, and then we can kind of go up here, and then this one, 63, 5, 15, and then yeah. So this is just for me to prove how quickly I can do math. Evidently, let's see, 10. It is just an exercise of futility trying to to get the numbers at 40. That wasn't right. See, I did one wrong. So that should be 38. Yeah. So we're just kind of, and then, I mean, it didn't match. Oh, it's because I can't math right. It should have been 42. So then, all right, now you see that we've got that thing done, right? So you'll see now these little guys here come up with the exclamation points on them, right? So that one's already built. It's working on it. That one's built. That one's being built, right? So it needs, there's one computational widget. There's the second one. Come on. So it will slowly work through. Now what I can do is I can control, click, 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 click. And then that will give us, ultimately, that should give us all of our things. And then once you kind of do it, you can just kind of, hold left click and just go to town on it. And then you'll see down here it's going to start working through. So hopefully what will eventually happen is we get more of these guys up here built sometime today. Today, Junior. All right, so these guys are both built. So this one, that one's being built there. So once it gets the extra computational batteries, our widgets, then those are built. Now we're building 2 of them, and we're going to start doing better. So what we can do is we do this, right? We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this, right? And it just kind of builds them all in line. Now, if you're like, oh God, I really need I need this done first, right? You can just go down here and find it, which is, easier said than done, right? So here's a copper mine. If you hit this, it goes straight to the top. right? So if you want this one done next, you boom, click that straight to the top, and it will start making it for you. All right, so those will all start going. And then you'll see over here, like all the ones that I missed. So I can do this, right? So these guys were that one wasn't even started to being upgraded. This one's missing one. So it makes it really easy to see it, and then I don't have to go into the machine anymore. And then all that stuff can get upgraded. And then oh, we're missing some down here too. It does make it a lot easier to be able to see those things and be able to get them figured out. All right, so now everybody is going to be fully upgraded. Once we're actually all built, and you'll see like the little construction pylons on these. So these I can't click on it yet because it hasn't built it. So once it builds it, then you can control click on it and basically build it. So the next one we need is basically a bunch of computational widgets. So it's going to take me a minute to get there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause it here for a second. When by a second, I mean probably an hour. It takes time to get through all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is do that. And we'll be back once I kind of get some more computational widgets. And then we're ready for the next level. Talk to y'all soon. All right, and we're back. I've made a mess of it. I've upgraded a bunch of stuff in here. So basically, we're just going to control click a bunch of these things. I just need to get these guys all upgraded so that they'll do that. Now, well, yeah, these are all upgraded. And then we'll go through, do our battery assemblers, stuff like this. Basically, what I did is I went through, and as you open different tiers, it basically opens different parts of the previous tiers, or the previous items. So, but now we can just control click it from the screen here, and then it's so much nicer. I also upgraded these, so we got these all set back to plus 10, and then we can do this, and then that will give us should give us plus 20. Yeah. So basically, this is plus 20 per item. So lots of upgrades there. We'll go ahead and do more sand down here. Get all this stuff kind of done. And as you see, this thing, it's fighting me pretty good. It's keeping up. Now, in the process of doing all these, I think I've upgraded some of these things to where they need bonuses. So we'll get all these things upgraded like this. And then start building computational units again, because we need storage of those. Now, if we go look at these guys, right, it says increases productivity when adjacent to at least one kiln. Yeah, so these guys all get to be moved over here now. So this is why I moved earlier. I moved all these guys out of here because we needed these guys needed to be next to here. And technically, if we want, we can kind of set these things up and throw it all the way straight down the center too. Like this. So now we have plenty of those for now. Let's see. Those guys, placement bonus increases crafting speed by 60% when built adjacent, but not on top of rocks, right? So it needs to be just on the outside of the mining units here. These guys don't have anything yet. These guys don't have any adjacency bonuses yet. These guys still have the, they just need to be placed like this. Those have got nothing. Oh, let's get the power. Let's get the power upgraded. And then the power is increases generation speed by 100% when placed adjacent to at least one oil field and one other oil power plant. Right. So basically, actually, we want to actually do this like that. So get that one moving. So those both get bonuses too. All right. So all that we're moving up on there. Now we want to start on tier 5. So we need 12,000 or 1,285 computational units. We'll get that running. Yeah, that's going to take me a minute. Okay, let's see. So for the most part, the rest of the stuff down here is kind of there and good. The only thing we could kind of be doing is getting more computational units. The problem is most of these units, if I tried to copy one of these out, if I do this and I put it here, that also needs computational widgets. So why is it giving me computational widgets instead of, okay, we'll do that. Get that all maxed out. Get these guys done like this. So really all you can do is go through and just kind of build more of them. And then we can go in here and look, and it's building them. So we're just trying to get stuff built and trying to do what we can to do that. Try to build more computational units, and slowly start increasing the amount of computational units we have. Now these things don't do anything. I just put them on rocks because it says it's a mine, and the other mines did good on rocks. I don't know if they're going to be worth it or not. If that's where it needs to be. But that's where I'm putting it. And then this guy here is starting to slowly work for us. Get all these guys kind of filled in. But yeah, so like I said, this is like this incremental like builder factory game. You don't really have to think about it nearly as hard as like Factorio. Factorio is gonna break some brains. It's just kind of what it does. Factorio 1.0 is going to be coming out soon, or not 1.2.0. The is going to coming out soon. This game, if you don't know, it's going to be released on the 31st of October, right after the Steam Next Fest. If you're looking at it, there's a demo right now on it. There's a link down in the description for you to go kind of check that out. And you can go download the demo, play basically the first 4 levels. It's about 2.5, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, depending on how slow you do it. And as soon as you get done with it, your save game's going to continue over into the game. So if you want to start building some craziness, and start getting a real good base built, or at least the start of one, you can kind of start doing that now. So that is all up and running, and you can go do that. Go join the devs Discord. There's a link on the Steam page also. Go tell them I said hi, and just see if we can kind of help out a dev. The game is, I think, is an awesome idea. I think they've done it's done really well, and some very good choices have been made in here. And it's enough where it slowly leads you into it and allows you to kind of do what you want to do, and to kind of, you can throw things down and eventually move them to other places. And the whole tech tree, the way the tech tree opens, like this stuff is unlocks at tier 5, unlocks at tier 7, right? So as it goes through, you have to constantly go back and check, and it upgrades and makes things better. And I'm trying to get to tier 5, and the reason I'm trying to get to tier 5 is these two things right here: area move and clone layout. I want those like now. I just they're so important. It's so much better. I played a game last night and kind of got further into it, just to kind of see what was coming. Oh yeah, this is funny. If you hover over it, it says a remnant of an earlier age. So you can't actually build this. In order to have this, you have to be able to play it from the demo. So you have to have the demo to be able to basically get to the end of the demo and build this. And if you don't, then you can't build it, which is cool. All right, let's see. How are we going? Let's see. Oh, it shows me I'm about halfway through. And you see, I'm starting to slowly climb. The only other way you could really do it would be to, kind of build 2 more of these. And then unfortunately, I don't understand why it's jumping ahead of the research. I don't know if it's just trying to be smarter. Now there has been an update overnight, and so the devs actively working on it, trying to solve some problems, trying to solve some issues that are in the game, and trying to get it ready for release. So that's pretty awesome. Get a little bit more of these guys built. And it's funny because like it's one of those things as you start building stuff, you get more and more. It does cost more and more parts to be able to get it, because we go 59 to 68 here, and then but as you slowly start, moving up the path and getting more and more things in here, it definitely makes it better. Get those kind of built in for us. Get these guys up here done. And eventually we'll get to the point like the blueprinting. It's so much nicer once you get to that. That's it jumps up a notch once you get to the blueprint, because you just basically copy it and then you just stamp down the entire thing, and then it copies the upgrades, it copies everything into it, so that way you don't have to go back and try to do all those. Now it does save it as where it is. The one thing that I would really like would be a rotation feature. I say that and knowing that it would probably be a huge pain in the butt, but being able to rotate images or even flip them, just to make it where it's easier to kind of get what you want out of it, so that you can start making symmetrical images and making stuff work better. I think would be probably something the game needs. Just because, like, if I pick this up right now and then I want to, mirror it on the bottom of it, and really where it comes into place is down here. So let me try to get to that. Let me get those open real quick, and then we'll be right back, and I'll show y'all. All right, we're back. I got distracted. Was putting messages on the Discord for upgrades or suggestions for the dev. So the dev's being responsive and helping, or listening to the community and pretty active in the Discord. So I kind of want to make sure that I'm able to help where I can. So we've got the next section here open. So Tesla coil here, right? So Tesla coil, Core Foundry, and then this guy here. So this one here is a little bit different. So here, so we want to call lightning. And then we'll just press and hold that button. It comes up, and as it comes down, it gets us some bottle lightning. So we'll go ahead and get these guys started here. So we'll go ahead, circuit boards, right? So induce thought. So this one, it's like Simon says, except for you don't have to remember it. You just have to follow wherever the blue things are and click on them. So that way we can kind of go through here and do these. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and make one of those. I'm done with that already. This one, this is like a pipe builder game. So this one you do need some integrated widgets to be able to get it started. So we're going to go ahead and queue that up. We need to make some integrated widgets. So this one, the way this works is you have to kind of figure out which one of these patterns go in here to make this work. So we'll go ahead and throw that. Throw this one. It takes some brain power to get the right one. If you get the wrong one, I don't think it just fails. So if you really wanted to, you could just like keep probably spamming the second one. It would take you a little bit of time, and you have to get lucky, but you could probably get away with it. Definitely better use of your time to do it this way. I don't know if it take. Yeah, it doesn't take your resources if you do it wrong, but be able to get a little bit more resources there. All right, so we got all those guys kind of going, right? So now we have all of these want to be upgraded. So we'll upgrade, control click, and then. So that way these guys should start. Yep, there he's working. Look at that. Now we're both calling lightning. This one's There you go. There's that guy there. And this guy is being produced. So we're making integrated widgets. If we wanted to, we could probably help it with that one. That one's fine. No, this one, that one. Let's go with that one. Nope, that's there you go, crossing in the middle. So with that way, we can get those. Go out here, tell it to do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. All right, so now we have all of those guys going. So hopefully those will start working. It's not what I wanted. I want it to go here. Now, here, this is our clone tool. So this is our clone. So we need 25 thinking cores and 19 integrated circuits. Yeah, I want that. Give me that. Area move. Not so worried about that right now. And then we'll go ahead and do rapid charge, remnant synapse. Right. We'll get all these guys queued up too. Get all of our upgrades. I've kind of figured out that the basically you get one of these, kind of max it out, and once you kind of get it maxed out, it will kind of 5 hours 2 minutes 25 seconds. I can't hide all the stuff I'm doing in the background. it tells on me. So we can do this. Integrated widgets. It's slowly working on them. And then as it's slowly going up here, so there's that one going. It's going to take me a minute. The game takes some time. Like I said, I have like 5 hours on the game so far. Speaking of $5, or the game, so the dev released. I'm gonna put all this in the very beginning of the next episode if I remember correctly. But October 31st game is releasing. Dev says it's $5. Going to be our regional equivalent. The game, if you like factory builders, like honestly, $5 for this thing, dude, you're in there. You're like, and if you just want to make pretty patterns, the only thing that would make this thing even better was like if there was little drones flying around it. Like I would be done. I was like but the dev said originally he was going to put like a resource management type thing in it where you had to like move stuff around, but it didn't really fit. And I say it, I agree, it doesn't really fit. But like movement on this screen, because eventually you're just going to be on this screen. Like this is it. You're just going to be on this screen, and then I just have that. But it's an idle clicker game, so like what do you, what do you want from me, Mayor? It is awesome, right? So we're just kind of waiting for this do this. Maybe because I can open this, but it kind of takes over half the screen. So this shows you everything that I have, right? Kind of all the stuff that is in there. We can go back in the tech tree. Now we can actually go back down here, and we'll start seeing stuff down here like increased mining speed, right? So we do have a bunch of stuff down here. Turbo blast furnace, omniscient assembly core, right? So we'll have those, and then as you start doing that, you'll start seeing some of these other ones that when placed on rocks, right? So yeah, we want to get that placed on smelting speed, loading speed, right? So this one doesn't have smelting speed. They don't have a location yet. So you'll see as you start doing things that they'll want different locations. We need thinking widgets. So this, I think this is what is really causing me to be, so we're missing cores. So these guys, these are kind of a pain to kind of get. We need thinking cores, and then just so you end up playing these games just trying to push it along and trying to do it. So, but if you don't want to do it, you can just literally go take a break for like, a couple of minutes and come back, and the stuff is kind of there. Like if I really want to go in here, I can go in here and go clone layout and just go bloop, go to the top, right? So now it's just goes to the top. So that will hopefully start getting those. Get these guys. I need them. Yeah, there it goes. So I start making them. So I just need it to start getting those so that we can actually get Get that done. As you can see, it kind of stays over there. Just trying to play Simon Says and click on it. Luckily, like if you do it wrong, like there's no bad thing saying, hey, you're horrible. Like, you lost that point. So that would suck as if it backed up. You're like, oh, you hit the wrong one. Yep, you lose that. All right, 95, 98. So that should give us the ability to clone. There it is. Clone tech unlocked. It's right there. Why isn't it there? Okay, why aren't you there? Oh, there it is. All right. So now we can go in here, and I'm like, oh, okay, these are great. So now these aren't even fully made yet. But what I can do is I can hit the clone button. I can left click and drag, and then go shift clickety clickety clickety. Look at that, and then those will start being made. So it makes it really easy. If I like go here and I hit clone button again, and you can just hit C, right? Left click, and then I shift clicky like this, right? And then as I put these things down, and I go and look at this guy, it's actually done that. It's built all of those in. It's built all the stuff inside of it. It does really well with that. The same. So if you have something that's maxed out, it will cause it and just kind of it makes it. You can start upgrading the factory a lot faster here, right? You're just like, oh, I need more red circuits. Okay, let me make some more red circuits, or more capacitors, right? More capacitor banks. And we're gonna start slowly getting into these things where, like even these guys over here, right? We'll do this. Let's see. Let's do this guy here like this. And then that way we can kind of get these guys starting to build like that. And then that way we can start building these. And then that will be built. We'll have that stuff kind of figured out eventually. We'll have the sands, we can make more of that. And you can start looking in and seeing what you need for. You're like, oh, my spinning widgets are low. Okay, well, let me go make some more spinning widgets. Oh, well, my gyroscopes are low because, okay, that's a problem. Now, my basic widgets here, like, obviously that's going to be a problem here very soon. So I'm like, okay, so I need more spinning widgets. Oh, look at that. More regular widgets. So I can just do that and just copy the entire thing out. And then just kind of place them wherever I need to. The same thing down here, right? So now the only problem with this is if I do this, right, and I copy like this guy, and like I can't place these down. So the space is occupied. So with it being occupied, it causes problems. It doesn't realize that you have the items there already. And so like this one here, like if I wanted to make it weird, I'd have to go copy another one like this and then bring the single one over. Right? Same thing here, right? So it doesn't auto stamp over the item if it's the same thing that's already there. That would be nice if it did. Let's see, why are you the Tesla coil? Oh, because it's got the rapid charge collector. So that thing has been slowly upgraded. So as we start building these, it'll be all good. Now, I'm going to try to go through a bit of the game and just kind of see where it is so far. Like I said, I'm loving the game. It is awesome. It scratches that itch right now, for me at least. And like I said, this is a beta build of the game. The demo does not cover this far. The demo stops. The demo stops at tier 4. Actually, when you get basically tier 4, you get that's tier 5. So basically, you get to tier 3. At tier 4, you get the turtle. So you don't get any of this thing. So from here up, this is all beta build. And so if you're wondering why your demo doesn't have it, that's why. This is all beta. I have a special beta key. The devs gave me basically testing access. I really appreciate it, and I want to try to do what we can to help and hopefully give a little bit of love to this game, because this game is amazing so far. It is awesome. Like, just for a clicker game that's just a mix of being able to build and upgrade stuff and blueprints and copies and basically an infinite world. We're gonna try to see if we can cause some problems here. So with that, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. As always, if y'all do like the videos, please consider throwing a like on it. If you have a question, a comment, a concern, please leave that down below. And if you're not subscribed and you'd like to be, there's a button for that too. Also, if you don't, go give the devs some love. Go wishlist the game on Steam. Go say hi to them on the Discord. All that stuff is on the page or on the Steam page. And we will catch you guys next time. Y'all be safe. Talk to you soon. Bye.